Hi guys, Scarlet Phoenix here again with you today, and I know what you're thinking. She's still fat. I've gone back and forth with the weight loss thing. I'm still working on it, so bear with me. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about service dogs. I have recently started watching TikTok a lot. A friend told me about it, and I'm like, I guess I'll look. And I binge at stuff for hours at a time. Well, there's a problem. There's a lot of people with misconceptions about service dogs. You guessed it. You guys are already aware. I have a medical bracelet because I have a panic disorder. I think I told you guys about that. I have a lot of bad anxiety issues, PTSD, tons of stuff. Luna, you guys have seen her. We still have her, obviously, because she's my service dog. This video might ramble on, so bear with me. So one of the biggest problems in our community is service dogs who are not real service dogs, okay? ESAs are not PSAs, okay? If you have a physical disability or like seizures or something, that's one thing. But when you go into a place with people in there and your dog is crying, acting inappropriately, not wearing the right gear, etc., that is a dead giveaway. I watched somebody, they were in like a CVS or something, and they had a little Chihuahua there, okay? And they said, oh, this Chihuahua helps me with syncope. And the woman was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Well, what kind of service dog is it? It's an ESA. It's an emotional support animal. Because I have syncope. And at that point, I'm thinking, does she even know what syncope is? I have syncope. I randomly collapse. Luna is a large breed dog to help brace me whenever I do feel dizzy or I feel like I'm going to collapse. Luna is also trained for deep pressure therapy and distraction techniques, okay? So if I'm ever out in public and something has happened before, Luna springs into action. I can be all the way in our second bathroom, because I'm living with Waffle now. I can be all the way in our second bathroom having a panic attack and Luna's right there. She wastes no time because she is trained, because she is an actual service animal. Now, I'm not saying ESAs aren't service animals, because ESAs are, emotional support. If you live by yourself, get an animal. They can be very supportive, very helpful in times of, uncertainty, and when you feel alone. Luna's my best friend, okay? But she's there to help me with my psychological condition, okay? She's not there to just walk around with me in the store because I'm lonely. Luna is trained to take action when things go awry, okay? I have videos of it. I should post them so you guys can see her spring into action, but that's not the point. Typically, I'm going to show you guys some of Luna's gear here. This here is Luna's service dog vest, okay? It took me a while to find a good one. They got so many, if you look on Amazon, I'm going to pull back for a second. If you look on Amazon, you can get a vest for any dog. You can have a little mini Shih Tzu with the service dog vest on. What's this dog doing? I'm not saying the dog can't be trained to help you if it's small, but it's very unlikely. Maybe they could smell for blood pressure drops or something like that. Maybe. Okay, but typically service dogs are a more intellectual breed. One that's loyal and really smart, okay? I'm not saying small dogs aren't smart, but in the grand scheme of things, I think more records of labs, golden retrievers, things like that are what you want for a service animal. We got Luna because her temperament. She's a very calm, laid-back dog, okay? And we needed that because you guys remember Russell. He was a English cream golden retriever, and he destroyed everything we owned, chewed up all of our cords. I loved Russell. Okay, I'm not saying I didn't love him, but he was by no means able to be a service dog. I recently got up with the lady who adopted him once we gave him back to the breeders, and she told me he's a big boy now, you know, and she's like, he's still a stinker. He still destroys everything. And I was like, oh man, it's funny, you know, thinking about it. But anyway, if you see a service dog and they don't have a vest on, I want to give the benefit of the doubt, but the problem is that there are so many people doing, like having their ESAs just because they want to bring their dog in there. They'll look up the website for the ADA and be like, this is the rules. You're only allowed to ask me 2 questions. Yes, they can, by law, the ADA law, they can only ask 2 questions. 1, is this a service animal, and what tasks this service animal does to help you with your condition. They are not allowed to ask you what your condition is or anything like that. But those 2 questions they can ask. But rules and regulations state that from like different store policies, like if I took Luna into Walmart and she was making a scene, they do have the right to tell you to have your animal removed from their store, okay? The problem is that people act like, oh, this is the law, you can't do this, I'm going to call the ADA. Well, you know, we'll see how far that gets you, okay? Anyway, typically, if you want to remove the barriers, if you do have a service animal, okay, which falls under the line of psychological PSA or, you know, a service dog to help you in a wheelchair or something like that. It's typical if you don't want to get hassled to have a vest on hand. Luna's vest says service dog. If handler is down, do not separate us. Do not call 911. That's because of my syncope. When I pass out, Luna lays on me, okay? And once the blood gets back to my brain, then I'm fine. I can wake up. I'm a little bit dizzy. Give me a couple minutes and I'm fine. There's no need to call the emergency room. There's tons of people who need that. They need help more than I do. You know, like people who's dying or, you know, cardiac arrest, something like that. I'm just passing out from syncope. So that's what that's about. This one says service dog working. Do not touch. This is because she cannot be distracted while she's working. When Luna is working, her attention is always on me. It's supposed to be. That's how it is. That's why she's a service dog. That's why she's there. She's not there so everyone can pet her. Oh, she's so cute and fluffy. I get that all the time. And let me tell you, it's the bane of my freaking existence. I can't go anywhere because I'm getting harassed all the time about Luna. And it really, I have anxiety and it makes my anxiety bad. Because I don't want to be mean to these people. If I see a dog, I'm going to be like, oh my God, it's so cute. But because I'm well, you know, aware of what's going on about service dogs and things like that, even beforehand, I never approached anyone's dog. Like, oh, I love your dog. Can I pet it? That's just rude. I don't know how these people were raised or what went on with them. This one literally says, stop, do not pet, and do not distract. Service dog, stress and anxiety response. Access required by law, no exceptions. Okay? Luna never gets out of sorts in a store. You know, even when she's gotten a little bit aggressive towards other dogs. I don't know if it's because she isn't socialized very well, but we're meeting with a trainer on the 6th to talk about that and try and get that worked out. We also have her lead here. It says service dog all up and down it. And this guy, we live kind of close to a Walmart, so you know, you go to Walmart to get some stuff, some food, late night munchies or something. Not with COVID around, but anytime you go to Walmart, and this guy, he was standing there, and he kept talking to me about his service dog. Okay, it's like, yeah, I got a service dog. It's a Chihuahua, and you know, she's a sweet puppy and everything else. And I'm like, I'm, you know, trying new medication, so I'm not really wanting to deal with this guy because I'm stressed out because I'm dealing with, you know, medication symptoms and stuff like that. And Waffle's there, my fiance Waffle. He's putting the stuff in the bags at the self-check, and this guy keeps talking to me, and I'm here like, yeah, that's great. And Luna's just sitting there, and he goes, oh, aren't you just the sweetest thing? Come here, honey. Like, with his hand out to Luna. And I looked at him, and I just went off. Because sometimes we are pushed to the limit, okay? I felt really bad afterwards. I was crying in the car because I can't believe I talked to this guy so rude. That's not me. I'm not that kind of person. But I was so stressed, and everything that was on me, I was sweating. I was having anxiety. You know, we're wearing those masks, and this guy's just like distracting Luna. She didn't like go to him or anything. She just kind of looked at him like, what? And then she looked at me, and I flipped out. Okay. I said some things I'm not proud of. But, you know, we're not there to goof around. We're there to shop, okay? To get what we need. You know, I had to pick up my medication, and I eat Cocoa Pebbles every day now, so, you know, just getting some cereal. But people are making this difficult for us. I cannot afford to get Luna trained professionally for what I need her for. In Medical Mutts in Indianapolis, Indiana, okay, they want upwards of $19,000 cash to take a dog, train the dog for like 2 years or whatever, and then give it back to you. I need a service dog now. So we watch some videos on YouTube, very helpful for anyone who is trying to train their own service dog. YouTube is the place to go. You can watch videos from Zach George and a lot of accredited dog trainers. And there's even people who have trained medical or service dogs and things like that. Luna knows my cues. I typically start rubbing my face when I get anxious, and she sees that as a cue, so she springs into action. Something very important about this, what people don't realize is that if they keep doing this, it's going to bring the hammer down on us. We're going to need all of these, you know, certificates, etc., etc., etc. And most people cannot afford it, okay? I'm currently unemployed because of COVID. You know, Waffle's working remotely because of COVID. We cannot afford this. Luna has been my saving grace many a times, okay? Many times. I thank God every time, you know, I wake up and see this beautiful pup, because she's so sweet and perfect to me in every way, you know. She is a barky breed, but that's just their breed, you know. But I just want to get this video out there so people understand, okay? I don't know how many times I have to say it. Do not bring your dog into a store to shop, and when it's barking and getting out of sorts and being all weird and stuff, if someone comes to you about it, don't attack them. Your dog is not a service animal, okay? ESA, emotional support animal, is not the same as a PSA, okay? PSA is a psychiatric service animal. That means they are trained to help whenever something happens. I don't know what the other one's called, but you know, if there's someone who is disabled and they have a dog to help them, you know, push buttons or whatever they need to do, that's different too. Do not bring your dog into a store and be like, well, this blah, 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 blah. Those people do not want to deal with your crap, okay? They're there doing your job, and you're bringing your dog in here for no reason at all, just because you're lonely. I don't even know why. Okay, and then you pull up on your phone, let's Google this. The ADA says this. Well, you're stupid, okay? Because you are bringing the rest of us down. You're making us look bad. And I'm freaking sick of it, okay? I see it all the time. Like these Karens in there. giving a hard time about it. Let it go, man. Don't ruin it for us who really need the service dog. Sorry I had to rant on this video, but it just has me stressed out. Okay? What time is it? It's 12:52 in the morning. Okay? And this is bothering me, so I have to make this video and put it up so you guys can understand. Maybe you can spread the word so people gets what I'm talking about. I feel like people just don't know. When we're inside before we got this harness, let me give you another example. Before we got this harness, and Luna was just being trained at the time. She wasn't fully trained yet. And even now, I wouldn't say she's fully trained because she still has fears of elevators, and she can go in an elevator, but escalators and some stuff like that, you know. But she was just starting to learn how to do stuff. And we were at PetSmart because Waffle broke Luna's harness. And we're in there, we're looking at these, and this guy just reaches down and grabs her in the neck, and she turned around and almost ripped his arm off. Why would you go up to a random dog and put your hands on her? And then he goes, man, your dog's mean. And I'm like, who does this? People, wake up, please. Okay, you're crazy. You know what's going to happen if you get bit? Our dog is dead because of your incompetence. Okay? We have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on Luna's training. Okay? Us real people who have these medical conditions with these service animals, okay, have put a lot of time and money into these animals to help us live a normal day-to-day life, okay? And the fact that, you know, certain people just go in there with their... I saw a lady come into Walmart with a freaking skunk. They're not service animals. The ADA doesn't recognize those. They only recognize miniature horses and dogs as service animals. A skunk! And the people at Walmart's too scared to say anything. We better not say anything. We'll get in trouble. This skunk's in there stinking up the place. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry about the rant, guys. It's kind of long. I hope you bared with me for the whole thing. I hope you like my hair. I got this nice blonde in it, and I got it cut. All the bad hair from last year when I got that bad perm is gone. Thank you, Jesus. It's a miracle. I'm getting back to the gym tomorrow. I had to take a couple days off because my anxiety's been kind of bad, but I'll be back at the gym tomorrow to work on what I can. Yep. And I will get back to you guys at a later date. Stay cool and have a great night or morning or whatever this is. Bye-bye.